What's up, money growers? Jacob back here with another video coming to you guys today to talk about something that is quite important, particularly when it comes to Navy Federal. And this video actually really comes as a request from a subscriber, Patrick. Patrick, one of my very active subscribers here on the channel in the comment section, always helping out, answering people's questions, doing what he can. He had a question for me about Navy Federal's internal score and doing a video on it, how to understand it, all this kind of stuff, because it's kind of hard to find information about some of this. So particularly when it comes to the score. So hey, Patrick, got your video request. I'm happy to do it for you, man. So we're going to jump into this in just a moment. First, I have to say, I hope you are growing your money today and every day on this channel. That's what we talk about. So I like doing, I enjoy sharing this stuff with you guys. You guys see the smile on my face when I talk about this. And thank you for being here and joining the channel. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, all that fun stuff, because this channel continues to grow, continues to do well. I'm liking it. I'm having fun. Get to talk about this stuff. You guys are getting useful information out of it. You guys are telling me down in the comments. Life is good, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into talking about Navy Federal's internal score, right? This is something that, you know, when you look around, you hear so much about FICO scores, right? You know, Vantage scores and that kind of thing too. But, you know, talking about FICO, right? You're 300, your score from 300 to 850. You know, if you're like, oh, I got a 540, it's like, ooh, not good. You know, you get that 700 plus, so you're doing better. All that sort of stuff. That's what people are used to seeing when it comes to scores and thinking that's how they get viewed as far as credit. Now, with Navy Federal, it's a bit different because they have their own. And, you know, I remember, I think somebody commented on the one of my videos, they said that they that basically like actually every organization has its own scoring system, but Navy Federal's is just more well known, or you know they're more upfront about it, as you're going to see here in a moment. I actually have like physical proof of it. So when it comes to this score with Navy Federal, all right, you may have seen some videos about it. I've done a video talking about it before, and you know I'm sure we'll talk about it again in the future. But some of the things you need to know. All right, there's 5 of them I'm trying to lay out here for you. One is that it goes from 100 points to 450 points. It does not go 300 to 850, okay? It's not like the FICO scale. That's not what it is, because this is Navy Federal's own internal scoring system. Now, I know it goes from 100 to 450 because I've got the letter right here. But this is not my actual address, by the way, guys, okay? Just so you know, I don't live at this address. People in the past would be like, dude, don't show your address. Like, no, I'm not showing my address on here. So this is not my residential, okay? Now, when you apply for a credit card with Navy Federal, this is what I got in the mail. Like 9 months ago, whatever it was, when I applied for the flagship card. So when you apply, I got approved for it. You guys have seen the videos I've talked about here on the channel. They're going to send you this letter in the mail. And this letter just really looks like, aside from the fact that I accidentally cut it, when I was cutting the envelope, I cut a hole in it, or I cut an opening in there. I'll talk about the typical stuff, right? What's a credit report? How do we use your credit? All this sort of stuff. What are the mistakes? If you need a copy, it shows here that they pull from TransUnion, so that's what they pulled from on the credit card. That's who Navy Federal typically pulls from. So it kind of just looks like any other letter you might get. Well, on the back of this is where they have your score, right here. So when I applied for this, is the only credit card I have, 286. You guys can see up here, 286 is my score with Navy Federal. That was at the time that I applied for this. Now, when I did the flagship card, I got approved, but I got a $7,100 limit, which, you know, and they said my credit score 286. So I think when I applied for this, it was like 760 something, 770 something, my FICO score. So on there, you know, I had a really good score. I had a couple cards that are already over $8,000 on their limit. So I was a little surprised to get the limit I did when it came to Navy Federal's flagship card, especially all the videos about the late night hack and getting $15,000, $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 limits. I got 7,100, but my score is 286. So it truly tells you right here, it says what you should know about Navy Federal credit scores. Your Navy Federal credit score is a number that reflects the information in your credit report. We use your Navy Federal credit score to set the terms of credit we are offering you. Your Navy Federal score can change depending on how your credit history changes. The range shows right here. Here's the range. Get up here closer. There you go. Low of 100 to a high of 450. That's what you're looking at. And then just the things that can adversely affect your credit score then, right? You know, the usual stuff you see in lots of like credit cards. Letters. So whether you get approved or denied. So I got approved. I got this letter. From the data points I've seen, people say if you get denied, you also get this letter with your score. So keep that in mind. When you apply for a credit card, you are going to get this letter in the mail. Now, the second thing we're going to talk about, you need to know about this internal score. I thought this applied to any product. that you applied for with Navy Federal, whether it was a credit card, whether it was an auto loan, home loan. Apparently it does not, because when I got denied for the auto loan, I did not get a letter like this in the mail. So when I went to Navy Federal, applied for the auto loan, which I've done videos about that here on the channel as well, I did not get a letter like that in the mail with my internal score with them. So it seems to only apply to credit cards. If some of you have applied for something else, like a personal loan, and you've gotten this, please let me know down in the comment section below. But from what I can tell so far, it seems like it only applies to credit cards. Now, the other thing about this, I did not know, but one of my also very active subscribers on here, Sind, who's actually, his name is Dennis, fun fact. So Sind had mentioned how your score with Navy Federal, that internal score, so for this third thing to keep in mind is that it's not like your, FICO score that changes month to month. You can kind of track it. With Navy Federal, they just basically pull it and calculate it whenever you apply for something. So that was kind of interesting because there is no way really that I've seen to actually track it month to month. So that's really what it sounds like. So when he said that, I'm like, yeah, that does make sense because the only time you really ever get to see it is here. I've seen it on this paper, and I've never seen it since. So that's going to bring me to the fourth point that you need to know about the internal score with Navy Federal. The phone reps can't tell you. The phone reps cannot tell you. They cannot look it up. I've even had a phone rep one time tell me that. He goes, oh, we don't have any kind of internal scoring system. I'm like, are you sure? Because right here it says you do. Like, this is Navy Federal score that they just literally gave me in writing. So, depending on the rep you talk to, you may get different answers about that kind of thing. But reps, they cannot look it up for you. They cannot tell you this thing. They don't have access to that kind of information. The phone reps will not be able to know it. Some of them don't even know what you're talking about. They've never even heard of it. I've had that happen too. Like, I've never even heard of an internal score with Navy Federal. It is not something that they typically handle. Is outside of the realm of what their job duties are. Now, that brings me to the fifth thing. And I've heard that you can request that your score be mailed to you. Like, you just call up a rep and say, hey, could you have my score sent to me? I did try that, but that didn't work. So you may have to actually send an internal message. You might be able to do that. So, I mean, I don't know how common that is. I don't know how easy that is to have done, but you could possibly do that. If not, if they don't do it that way, then it's probably just going to be whenever you apply for a credit card and you get this letter in the mail saying yay or nay, approved or denied. But these are really, just kind of a quick rundown of the score that Navy Federal has for you. Now, this is my first credit card with them, so they're going to get to see, they've been seeing now since I've had it, spending history, how well I pay the card off, things like that. Other things people talk about when it comes to raising your credit score using other products of theirs. I've talked about that in other videos as well, right? You get your pledge loan. Some people like to do a CD as well. You get your flagship checking account, things like that. If you're going to get a mortgage, that's a big one because that's a lot of money. So you do those kinds of things. Those are things that can help with your internal score with Navy Federal. And again, you're going to call a phone rep and ask them, hey, how can I improve my internal score? They're not going to know what the heck you're talking about. They really are not. That's not something that they're going to be able to help you with. And even stuff when it comes to improving your score, I just found that out over time through research, through talking to people who actually work there, people with years of experience, not just over the phone, but people in person as well. So sometimes you can get some pretty good information if you can find someone who's been doing it for a while, who knows the book answer and they know the real life answer, and they can kind of guide you along the way, which is how I've been able to do some of the videos here on the channel I've done, because I've gotten to talk to sometimes a person with real expertise in it, and they share me all the years of experience they have, and I'm like, now this makes sense. So now it makes sense if you do this and this and this and this, they're going to help increase your score. They're going to like the fact you use these products and things like that. So there is a bit of a system to it. It's obviously kind of hidden, kind of like the YouTube algorithm, but they do have a score for you. Navy Federal has an internal score. It's right here. I have it in writing. And I've talked in other videos about increasing your score, using other products and stuff like that. So, hey guys, if there's anything I missed in this video, please put down in the comment section below. I'm happy this stuff is helping you guys out. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being so awesome. And until next time, keep growing your money.